When I see this brick building and boarded up windows or blocked off windows, I see a lot of potential, and I know that you guys have a vision. I love a renovation, so I see this and I see lots of brick and some work that needs to be done. Here at CCG, we're committed to One Tail at a Time's next chapter in their new home. Hi, Camille here with CCG Chicago, and I'm here with Executive Director Heather Owen from One Tail at a Time.
Yeah, so One Tail at a Time is an animal rescue. We also have a big, beautiful community program where we help people keep their pets. We've been operating in Chicago for 18 years and just trying to reach more people to spread the love of adoption joy.
So the way that I found out about One Tail at a Time kind of was serendipitous. I had a couple of friends/clients who are on the board for One Tail at a Time, and I came to their home to help them sell, and they noticed how scared I was of their pitties. After running into Rachel and Elizabeth and realizing that they were really big love bugs, I started to think, oh, maybe I'm like a pit mom. I'm hard on the outside, soft on the inside. I could picture myself with a stroller and a pit bull. So kind of fast forward to the pandemic when all of us were trapped inside. We had just moved into our home. Our family was really grateful to come into contact with Robbie. Everybody was adopting dogs. I remember we had a lot of heartbreaks. We fall in love with the photo, and then that dog was swooped up. Robbie fell into our laps, and he's from Texas just like we are, and he is the glue that our family didn't know we needed, and we've been super grateful to everybody at One Tail at a Time.
Yeah, I mean, I love your story. I think it's so fun in so many ways. Like, we rely on the community to talk to each other. So we don't spend a lot of money on marketing or things like that. We just have people that love their pets and spread the word to others, and then that brings them in. So I love to hear someone who was like, I always thought I had to have a breeder dog, or I thought that I didn't want a big dog or something. And then they actually meet the dog that's from a rescue and realize that they can do that too. And it happens, sometimes people will come to our adoption center and think they're gonna go home with a Yorkie, and they go home with a pit bull. And we love those stories because it's about people connecting with an animal one-on-one. And so we love to hear that you got Robbie and he's fitting in perfectly. Yeah. So we've been renting some facilities for a while, and it made financial sense. It made sense in terms of growing the organization to move here. And we loved the building. It just kind of spoke to us, and it does need renovations, but
I love a renovation, so I see this and I see lots of brick and some work that needs to be done, but that's always room for potential.
Yeah, and that's, we're fundraising for that, and we have people that have been super generous to help us get started. But we hope the community will come together, and then we can build something beautiful for animals. That's the whole goal.
When I see this brick building and boarded up windows or blocked off windows, I see a lot of potential, and I know that you guys have a vision. So what do you all plan inside the space when you open your front doors?
Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing is that the warehouse, which is the one-story part, is going to become like a safe haven for dogs. So we'll have different sections. One will be for sick dogs, one will be for healthy adoptable dogs, one will be for dogs that just came in out of the shelter. We'll have some little private spaces for dogs that may need that, and it's going to be something that'll be easy for sanitizing for health, but also easy for our volunteers, because this is such a volunteer heavy project. We'll be able to come in easily and take the animals out, and then also the public will be able to come in and meet the animals.
We're inside what maybe is the main room. I mean, there's no walls. We see these really great timber beams. So what do you all see happening in this space?
So this is the main area where the dogs are going to live. So it's large enough that we're going to separate it into 4 different sections, and each section will have a lid and its own HVAC situation, so that we can have some sick dogs on one side and some healthy on the other, and they won't need to mix. But there will be different pathways and also different doors. So back there will be a door, there'll be a door there and there, so volunteers can take animals in and out really easily. And we pretty much tripled our capacity for how many animals can be in here, because we just had a really efficient kennel configuration. So there's going to be a lot of animals in here, a lot of volunteers, and it's going to be amazing.
Heather, how did you all land on this location here in Humboldt Park?
We wanted to be somewhere that we've worked before, where a lot of our volunteers are at, and we wanted to be in a neighborhood that had a mix of demographics. The park itself, Humboldt Park, is beautiful and a great spot for our volunteers to walk dogs there. Also just a great neighborhood for people to adopt dogs. So we love this space, we love this neighborhood, and we hope that once we get settled in, people will come and feel comfortable from the neighborhood coming in and walking dogs, adopting dogs, or if they need assistance keeping and caring for their pets, we'll have programs for our neighbors for that as well.
How can the greater community help One Tail at a Time?
There's so many different ways, which is great. So there's something for everyone. I know your group has sponsored things like our annual gala, which is always very helpful in spreading the word. And there's other financial things, like our new building needs sponsorship. So anyone who might want to do like a kennel naming in honor of a pet or a family member, we're very open and excited about those types of opportunities. We also just need volunteers and foster homes and adopters and people to show up in person to help us care for the animals. So I think whatever someone feels called to do would be amazing and accepted here. We have open doors for everyone.
Great, great. And at CCG Chicago, you know, we love a good renovation. We love spreading the word. We love throwing parties. So whatever we can do to help spread that word and let more people know about your mission and what you're doing here, I think the faster you'll be able to open your front doors.
Absolutely, we would love that.
Thanks everyone for watching the video. Thanks to Heather for being a part of this as well. Here at CCG, we're committed to One Tail at a Time's next chapter in their new home. We'd love for you to get involved, so click on the link below, reach out to us, and thanks again.